G'day everyone and welcome back to NS2HD. It's time for some more Build 178 gameplay. I have for you here today about half an hour of alien gameplay on Summit on an Australian server, so I have a very low ping and I'm going to bring you about half an hour of it, so please enjoy. First up, let's talk about my stupidity. I do not know what I was thinking. YouTube makes it very easy to delete your own videos, and in the process of wanting to edit a couple of my videos, I ended up deleting them. Everything from NS2HD number 202 to 206 went kaput this morning. I've since put them all back up with 0 views and 0 comments, so if you've linked any of my videos anywhere, and I'm specifically thinking of the Build 178 teaser trailer, if you've linked that anywhere, that link will now be broken and I would be forever in your debt if you would repost that link with the new upload of that trailer after my idiocy. But the videos are all up there, so if you want to go back and check them out, if you haven't checked them out, they're all available to check out. I always take that turn to that doorway. I don't know why. Always take that wrong turn. Starting off with a little bit of lurk flying around Summit. I haven't flown around Summit very much as a lurk, so making quite a few mistakes, hitting a few stairs, not doing an all-round great job of flying around here. Don't know quite where I'm going. Actually, I believe this game is possibly about to end and I'm about to start a new one. So this will be interesting to see where this commentary goes. It has just ended, so there you go. Perfect. I've had all this time to introduce this game and talk about deleting my own videos, and now a game is going to start for real. So here we are in the ready room, and I'm going to fly over to the alien side. How cool is it that you get to keep your life form in the ready room? I think that's just really, really cool. The ready room is just such an awesome part of NS2 because it brings people together before and after the game. It takes the sting out of gaming. I mean, you don't want to get nasty when you're gaming, and often find in, say, games like Counter-Strike or something like that, teams might get nasty against each other, and that just doesn't happen as much, I don't think, in NS2 because the ready room brings everyone together before and after the game, and it puts a face, well, puts a character on the people trying to team stack or anything like that. You can see them trying to do it. It's not just them mashing console commands or mashing join CTs, M join CT or whatever it is, M2, how do you mash that? I don't know. Anyway, starting off with moving out as a skulk very early on. I'm not quite sure of how to play Summit yet, to be honest, so this is definitely not something to be taken as the gospel of how to go out on Summit, but I like to skulk harass early on. I think it's always good to scare the Marines early on. Get them thinking, oh bugger, there are aliens here. And you might even be able to catch one of the two of them building their infantry portal. I believe, although I may be just having a retard moment, that you need to build your infantry portal at the start of the game in Build 178. Getting one Marine there, I'm happy with that. To tell you the truth, I'm happy getting a 1-to-1 there because it just puts the Marines on their toes, makes them a little less likely to push out for an aggressive RT or anything. And if they have all left and they are building their IP, you might be able to catch a lone Marine building the infantry portal, kill him, and then maybe even do damage to that IP, or perhaps even kill the commander as well if he tries to get out and stop you. So always good to have 1 or 2 skulks harassing. Now, over the microphone, I'm asking the commander if he wants me to push out and take a resource node with infestation. Because on Summit, the resource points are very far away from your starting hive, and what that means is it would take a very long time to get a second resource tower if you do not use a gorge to pick up the infestation on that resource tower, and that means that a gorge has to work very closely with the commander, and it's essential that one team member decide to go gorge. So the commander and I are talking right now, and he's saying, all right, I'll bring a drifter over, you go over there and go gorge. And so I'm going to do that now. I'm spending the 30 individual resources required to go gorge right next to generator resource node. You start off with 25 individual resources now, so it doesn't take long to tick up into gorge territory. I believe that takes, what's 4 times 8? That's too much math. 32 seconds from the start of the game to get enough individual resources for a gorge. And you can see now I'm placing the infestation by alternate, it's the alternate fire of your primary weapon, spit, so it's a right click for me with the default bindings, and this Drifter is being a bit recalcitrant. It doesn't want to play ball,
370
and that happens a little
guys.
bit in the beta, and you've just got to put up with it as commander. Sometimes you might need to get a new Drifter, but they do end up obeying usually, and that Drifter, there we go, obeying, building the Harvester, and I'm dropping a Hydra right next to it, because there's nothing worse as the alien team than spreading your infestation out and having one Rambo Marine come in there and kill your resource node. This Marine doing very well to kill one Skulk in Vinci, taking him down. Very, very tight team play in this game. It was a 5v5, and the team play was just incredibly tight. The aliens and the Marines were usually sticking together, helping each other out. There was a lot of microphone chatter going on in this game, and though I do turn the volume down so that you can hear my own voice over the top of the gameplay, you will hear the microphone going as well a little bit. These Skulks asking me, heal us up please, and that's what I'm doing. And just note how good a small team of Skulks with a Gorge is early on in the game. Instead of those Skulks having to retreat all the way back to main base to heal at the hive or to find some infestation and heal slowly, the Gorge is capable of healing them up very, very quickly, and that means that the Skulks just become a very much more potent fighting force, because if you encounter a couple of Marines as a couple of Skulks, you will, I mean, the Skulks should definitely have the advantage, I think. I mean, it should be a toss-up at least, and so having that Gorge there to heal up the inevitable damage that happens from a small encounter like that is just invaluable for early harassment, especially on a large map like Summit, which has very large connecting corridors. There's a lot of travel time between different rooms compared to a map like Tram, which is very close in, and while a very large map in surface area, all the rooms are actually quite close together in terms of travel time. There's fewer corridors. So having that Gorge out on Summit is essential, both for that healing and to take that initial resource node. And note that now that I've done that, the commander was a great team player and started to spread the infestation towards
infestation stays down,
sorry, just trying to listen into the microphone chat as well. Can't multitask because I'm male. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he's trying to spread the main infestation towards that resource node so I don't have to nurse it anymore, because remember, the Gorge infestation does die, and so if you don't nurse it, that resource node will die after you've taken it. Don't know why I switched to Alien Vision here, just to make the combat a little bit more clear. Taking him down with my heal spray with the help of my Skulk friends. This server is in Australia, and I think a lot of these players were United States players, so they were having a bit of ping and a bit of lag, but for the most part I found the game very lag free because I am so close to it. I think it's within 500 kilometers of me. It's either in Melbourne or Sydney, I think. Endar's ultimate server, which is just the craziest server I've ever played on with NS2. It's just so smooth, it's a really powerful processor. Dropping a Hydra right next to this resource tower, probably a bit of a waste to tell you the truth. Note that I'm holding E on it. Sergeant Barlow pointed out that I was an idiot for not holding E on my Hydras. That's very true. You should hold E on your Hydras. It allows them to build much more quickly, and as you'll see momentarily, that happens on the Hive as well. The power is out here in surface access, and I believe that the commander is going to drop a Hive in here, and this is the next phase of this game for the alien team. Because I am playing as Gorge now, you're seeing behind the lines. You saw me harass a little bit at the start, and now that's evolved into capturing a resource node, and now capturing a Hive. So if I was playing as a Skulk, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I'd probably be harassing, scouting, trying to figure out what the Marine team's up to, where they're going, trying to keep them from snatching too many resource points. But this is the Gorge play. This is hanging back a little bit, healing your teammates, and securing a resource node and then a Hive, I think, is a good plan on Summit for sure. Once you've secured this Hive, you can secure the resource node near it. I was trying to place a Hydra earlier, but I didn't have enough resource for it. That's why I wasn't clicking through. Now I am holding E on this Hive, and it is building so much faster. Hives cost 40 team resources, and they build very slowly now. Holding E on this Hive is increasing its build time by, I'd say, at least 150%. It is building so much faster. So having that Gorge down is just so essential. Each alien team should have at least one Gorge, and that Gorge should be supported by the commander and vice versa, because there's just so many things that the Gorge is needed for, including holding E on the Hive. It's not a heal, right-clicking won't increase it, but holding E on it will in fact do so. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is the end of part 1 of this commentary. I'm going to continue this game in part 2. I'll see you soon for it.